The receivership issue involving the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company alongside First Independent Power Limited and Egbin Power PLC, all subsidiaries of Sahara Energy Group, over its inability to redeem its debt owed to financial institutions has been getting a lot of attention in the power sector. A report was released that KEPCO Energy Resources Nigeria Limited, the majority owner of Egbin Power PLC, had been placed under receivership after a creditor moved to recover unpaid debts. It was stated that a senior advocate of Nigeria, Kunle Ogunba, was appointed by the court as the receiver manager to take control of KEPCO's assets, including its 70% stake in Egbin Power, Nigeria's largest thermal power plant. Last week on the morning show, we had a lawyer, Olayinka Ola Daniels, say that Ogunba was trying to be smart with the press release. Joining us on the show for a right of reply is Kunle Ogunba, a senior advocate of Nigeria. Good morning, Mr. Ogunba. Good to have you on the show today.
Good morning, Ma. It's my pleasure to be here too.
Well, good morning. Good to have you. Well, we had Ola Daniels on this program last week. And the last question, on the basis of his submissions concerning the case between KEPCO and the exposure to loans with about 10 banks, and your decision after Justice, I think Aluko, had said you had been restrained as receiver manager. You then published statements in two newspapers. And anyway, just by way of summary, Ola Daniels, I then asked him, on the basis of submissions, whether I was questioning your integrity. And he said yes, categorically, that you were misinterpreting, misrepresenting the court. Two, this morning, just wait. Two, this morning, there is an article in This Day titled KEPCO, Ogunba, and Jankara Tactics, written by Onikepo Braithwaite, who is the editor of the law pages of This Day Law. An argument simply is that you engage in Jankara tactics, meaning sharp practices, unethical practice, that you misrepresented the court, and you are setting a very bad example for junior counsel. I don't know whether you've seen the article. So you have two persons, Ola Daniels on one hand, and Onikepo Braithwaite on the other hand, both lawyers, condemning your role in the KEPCO matter. Now you have the right to defend yourself, to speak for yourself, because this is about your integrity.
Now, thank you, Doctor. Ordinarily, I don't engage in press issues or matters that's in court, because we all know that it's sub judice. Now, I've taken it up with you and also Rufai. I have said that Ola Daniels is not in the matter and is not a counsel on record. I've written him to demand a retraction and apology. I'm yet to be able to deliver it. He's not a counsel there. And for me, they said, and I've just read this morning the view of Onikepo. She's my friend. She has my contact, and I was telling her, why didn't you bring this to me? Why can't you read one side and then make that? To me is Jankara journalism. What you have given me now is what they call a fair hearing. I'm here to respond. Now, there are certain lawyers, 10 opinions, like I said. In fact, perspective might differ. But for me, if you check the archives of CAC today, you will see that there is a receivership registered on those companies. Now, if you come out to say this company has been appointed, there's a receiver manager on these companies, did you lie? I didn't lie. I said the truth. Now, you said there's a restraining order in what Justice Aluko said. With all due respect to the judge, I don't like to discuss judges of their decisions and on the pages of the press. Is uncalled for. I know what to do. If a judge rules against me, I take a step to appeal, and that is what part of the ruling I've appealed against it. So, but the fact remains, as of today, there's receivership. You cannot deny it. And I don't know, the court says what the court has done, which I know he has the right to do, is to say don't dissipate the assets. Publication under any guise cannot be dissipation of the assets. The public has a right to know. If I lie, go and check the archives of CAC. I've taken up on it this morning. We have exchanged a long talk. And I said, look, you have had contact with me. I know, no, you don't. You are not happy with me. We have had the previous encounter. You are not happy. You said I was not picking your calls. You said, no. I said, this is what he has done because you have my contact. Why can't you contact me? He said, you said you read documents. How can you read one-sided documents and say Jankara practice? That is Jankara journalism. In all fairness, and I don't know, and I can't imagine how you will write against somebody. You know the contact there, and you say it's Jankara practice. That's Jankara journalism. Just to tell me my image for nothing. And the truth is that the underlying thing is that these guys are owing. It doesn't happen in any other client except in Nigeria. The company is owing and is doing all manner of things to avoid payment. The banks are suffering. I have no stake in it. I'm just a receiver. And then if another has been made, that a receiver, the court say I can't stop the receivership. It's been concluded. But the government of the order is that don't dissipate the assets. Have I dissipated the assets? No. I've just said these companies are in receivership. Go and check. And I quoted the court order, the reference litigation that is pending. I wonder where Daniels is coming from. You are not a party in the matter. You don't file any processes. And up to now, I'm trying to write him a letter. I write him a letter to deliver. It's impossible. You have his contact details. I called him, or my people called him on phone and said, give your contact address. He said, no, you can only receive via email.
Okay, Mr. Ogunba.
It doesn't have a physical address for now.
Mr. Ogunba.
Am I dealing with such a lawyer?
Mr. Ogunba.
And then your organization also, you
Mr.
bring
Ogunba.
the person there. I don't think the good due diligence was done.
Mr. Ogunba, yes. Mr. Ogunba, if you can hear me, just a clarification. Have the lenders themselves called in the loans? Because I've read a statement saying that the affected companies had already serviced their loans up to Q2, second quarter of 2025. And the
I'm not hearing you, sir.
Have the lenders called in the loans?
Exactly, they are calling the loan.
No, but...
They appointed me, I didn't appoint myself.
No, which leads to the question that on what basis was the receiver appointed? Because the loans are not due until 2034. And that those loans have been serviced till second quarter of 2025.
Sir, that is not true. The loans are due. There's a default clause in the loan, and if it's triggered, the loan becomes due. There's a tenor. How this transaction works is that you are given, okay, it will be due in 2020, but while before the expiration, you are supposed to be doing certain things. Are the banks supposed to wait? They are the one who appointed me, so they should go and meet them. If they say the loan is not due, you are appointed. It is not under my handwriting. It is under the writing of the concerned banks to appoint me. I didn't appoint myself. So if you have any grievance with them, they should go and meet them. It's not me. If they say the loan is not due, they should take it up with them. And they are doing that. But all this press attention, press this, just to put my attention and then to pay me a tar brush of illegality, which I think is unfair. I'm just doing my job.
All right.
I'm doing the best way I've done. I've not done anything. Did I say I appropriated the asset? I've been through this before. All these fake allegations up and down. I told Onikeko that she was sponsored. She said, no, she's just doing her job. How can you just do your
Mr.
job
Ogunba.
and then you pay somebody Jankara? You are doing Jankara journalism. You have my if you don't know me before, you can say yes. But you know me, we had contact. At the time you called, I didn't pick, you are complaining.
Mr. Ogunba, can you hear me?
Our chairman has to intervene.
All right, Mr.
All this on record.
Mr. Ogunba, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so since you referred to Ms. Onikeko Braithwaite's article in today's law section of this day newspaper, let me...
Yesterday,
sorry. Let me take an
It's
extract.
not yesterday, it's today. It
was published this morning, so maybe
it's not
you might have seen it, but it was published this morning.
I'm not within jurisdiction.
Okay, let me just say, I just want to point out a few things, Ashan, and I'd like you to just clarify that. She mentioned...
that is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. That's our own opinion.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm posing the question to you as well, and I just want you to respond.
And that's the question you should go to. Don't quote what she said.
I will pose the question, Mr. Ogunba, allow me to ask the question. I can pose the question referring to an article, and then you can respond, okay? I'll quote her article. She says that, according to the article, you were restrained from taking any adverse steps against KEPCO by the court. You are aware that you had been restrained, and you are dissatisfied with being restrained from... That is why I'm asking... Mr. Ogunba, hold on. Mr. Ogunba, let me ask my question. And that's why I'm giving you the right to respond. But that is why I'm asking you, Mr. Ogunba, that's why I'm giving you the platform to respond. Her opinion, as you put, is out there. This is your opportunity to respond to that. Have you been restrained by the court? Let me just land. Mr. Ogunba, let me land. Give me a moment. Let me land, sir. Let me land.
Let me tell you, because you are going to crash land. Let me tell you.
No, sir. Mr. Ogunba, let me land on my question. I'm almost there. No, let me land.
Mr. Ogunba, with due respect, this is Rufai speaking. Mr. Ogunba, you know the efforts I have put into you getting a right of reply. You know, this is your second right of reply. All right?
First,
and it is only fair. Hang on a minute. You know, you sent the first person through Divine and all of that. I facilitated that. Then you went to call, and this is your second right of reply. It's only fair you allow us ask the questions and not try to teach us our job here. You have come this morning to say our colleague Onikpeko is doing Jankara.
No,
hang on a minute.
Opinion.
That's your word with her. It is only fair. Listen, sir. Listen, sir. Mr. Ogunba, your time is running out. And when you ask for another right of reply, we will not give you because you'll have wasted this one. So please, let Ayo ask a question. Let her land. You don't know if you go to Crackland or not. And you respond to it. Because if this right of reply goes away, we will not give you another one because this is your second right of reply.
I don't even want any.
So let her ask a question.
Yes. Mr. Ogunba,
let her ask a question, please.
Let me land and not crash land. Simply put are you aware, and that's what you're trying to clarify, were you restrained by the courts in terms of a role as a receiver? Simply put, and explain your point, because that was the accusation based on your press releases. I just wanted you to clarify
that. Is not true. That is not
okay,
true.
Please go ahead.
False.
Go ahead, please.
Because how can you restrain a completed act? That is what the court said. The court said the act is completed and I cannot restrain it. How can you now say the court restrained it? What the court restrained was the dissipation of assets. And it binds both parties. Just as he binds me, he binds them. The public need to know there's receivership so that if they want to dissipate any asset, I'm not making that assumption. Every party is on the know.
Okay, Mr. Ogunba.
The court says I cannot restrain a completed act.
Mr. Ogunba.
I don't know what she quoted, and I told her you should have asked me.
Mr. Ogunba.
If you know
Mr. Ogunba.
Ask me, and I will respond to you frontally.
Mr. Ogunba, I have another point that she stated here. She said you were dissatisfied with being restrained from acting as receiver and you sought to appeal against it. Does this therefore not constitute a blatant contempt of court and a blatant disregard for the rule of law among other things? Also, she said on page 36 of the composite ruling, the court held that since there's no evidence before the court that the receiver manager has been appointed, that act can no longer be restrained by the court. But that was a half of the story. The judge did say on page 39 of the ruling that Ogunba SCN appointment as receiver manager was still subject of pending litigation, though it is trite that a court cannot grant an injunction restraining a completed act. CAR Security Solutions versus EFCC 2018. That's what she stated.
Exactly.
What's your reaction to that?
That's you have just gone full circle to quote our own opinion, which I think is jaundice. You didn't hear from me. Now, did I appeal against that part of the decision affirming my receivership? No. In law, you can appeal against a part of decision that does not favor you, and you accept the whole. That's what we did. Did you
appeal? Did you make the appeal like she claimed here, that you appealed the decision? against your receivership.
Against part of the decision. Did you see?
So you made an appeal. So if you made an appeal against the receivership, why did you go ahead and publish the...
That's what I'm saying. Not against the receiver. Did you see the notice of appeal?
No, that's what she claimed. Yeah, that's why it's for you to react.
That's what I'm telling you. You need to see it to say.
It's for you to react. Secondly, I also want to clear something. You said that what the court says is that you should not dissipate, but you can publish to keep people at alert. Do you know that as you are quick now to write against defamation for, what is it called, for Olayinka Daniels, you too have destroyed the reputation of the company by making that publication you made in the public, embarrassing the company.
No, you see how receivership works is that once a receiver is appointed, he's appointed by, I don't want to argue law here too much. Once a receiver manager is appointed, there's an effect on it. If you just need to check the archives of CAC to see, was a receiver manager appointed, then what is the legal implication? What is now being restrained? Can without due respect to the judges, to the judiciary in general, they do a yeoman's job and they go behind the scenes to prepare those voluminous documents for us. You can misinterpret it and not misinterpret it, but the truth remains that they are hardworking. Justice Aluko, without due respect, is one of the best justices on the bench, and I do respect him a lot. So if this is not the forum to come and say he said this or he did not say that, I cannot do that. I don't even discuss cases.
So, Mr. Ogunba,
Mr. Ogunba, who is not a counsel on the matter, and I think we should emphasize that, has come to say this is what Ogunba said, and is calling Ogumba's reputation just because we disagree.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And then for me, I said, who is he representing? Did he come for the debtors? Obviously, it's not for me. So, and then they did a publication, I responded. They didn't respond again. Then all this press attention, and then Unika, who says she has read documents. How can you read documents? You know the Ogunba. If you don't have a premedicated vengeance against him, and I told her on our WhatsApp this morning, because it was brought to my attention by another SA, JK Gazama, and so several other people called me. I didn't see it before. I said, if you have this reportorial to make, a balanced editorial, why didn't you talk to me? You may not agree with me, but you would have fulfilled all righteousness to say, you spoke to Ogunba, you know me, we see each other at occasions. And I said, I noticed that you are not happy with me, because the first time my fan took over that building on Arise, she was trying to call me.
All right, Mr.
Ogunba.
Yes, all right. Thank you. We're now bringing in other issues. Thank you so much for your time with us this morning. Thank you. I hope you have
this opportunity to clear the air.
All right.
And I'm going to take it up with Ola Daniels separately with what he has done.
Okay, well.
Thank you so much.
All the best. Thank you so much, Mr. Ogunba.